In this second part, we will install Sitecore XP1 using PowerShell script. So let us start. As you have seen in the previous video that we have installed prerequisites and the Solar using the graphical installer which is provided for Sitecore XP0. So if we look back for the setup, what we did is we have Solar up and running now. We can check this very quickly. So Solar is up and running, and we have installed the prerequisites. Now we will move on for installing the XP1. So from the Sitecore website, I have downloaded all the required packages. Here you can see that this is the WDP XP1 package for Sitecore 10.1, and I have extracted it into this folder. So I'm going into this folder, and as you can see, we do not see any of the configuration or PowerShell scripts, so they are all over here in this zip file, XP1 configuration file. So let me extract it. So I'm extracting it directly into this same folder, not into any another folder. So over here you can see that all the JSON files and all required setup and PowerShell scripts are now available to us. Now we need to open this one into the PowerShell ISE to edit it with the required input parameters. So let us do that. Let's run PowerShell ISE as administrator first. And then let us open the XP1 single developer PowerShell file. Now what we need is we need to modify with these values all that are required. So over here you can see that I'm going to use the same thing, or let us say SxA on XP1 as a prefix. Now Sitecore admin password, let us set it as our standard B. Installation root folder, so it will go with this one. So I'm going to this one and copying it the path and putting it over here. Okay. License, so license should be somewhere into the same folder it is required. So I have a license file over here. I'm just copying it and putting it to the same folder, so I do not need to modify the path for it. Now Solar URL, we have the correct Solar URL. If your Solar is running on some another port, then you must change this value. Solar root, so for that let us go to the directory Solar SxA XP1 Solar and then change it over here. Let us get the service name. So open the services list and then we get this one. So we'll just copy this value and put it over here. Okay, SQL Server. If you have SQL Server installed, okay, let me make some clarifications over here that I'm assuming that you have installed compatible SQL Server on your local system and did necessary configurations as per the instructions given in the installation guide for Sitecore XP1. Uh, for this example, I'm using SQL Server installed on an Ubuntu server, which is completely a different virtual machine than the one that I'm presenting to you in this video. So I'm giving its IP address, so that is 210.211.55.9. Username is SA and the password is Jatin at 123. So make sure that you set the SQL Server IP address or the SQL Server name according to your own setup. SA pass username is generally the SA, so no need to change. But yes, make sure that you change the password accordingly to your configurations or to your system. Rest other things looks good. They are now pretty straightforward, so we do not need to change anything over here. We just have to now run this script to install Sitecore XP1 topology. So I'm going to execute it. Mm, Either I can use this run script button or I can go it through the command prompt. So from the command PowerShell command, I first need to go to the Sitecore and XP1 setup folder, and then I can run XP1 single developer dot ps1. Let's wait and see how that is going on. So you can see that now the installation has been started. We will also keep looking at this folder inet pub www root. We can see that the collection and the identity server folders are created, so these websites are now being deployed. as you can see, the different Sitecore roles are being installed gradually. So what we are seeing here is that different roles except CM and CD are being installed first, and then after it will install Sitecore content management and Sitecore content delivery rules. Now you can see that after installing all other roles, the content management site is being installed, or you can say it's being deployed. Okay, while this is being deployed, let us go and see that what we need for our SxA to work well and what steps we require to install it successfully. So I'm going to the site code. Here I have downloaded the SxA package for CD and CM. This SCWDP packages I'm going to use, um, and then I have PowerShell extension SCWDP package as well. So let's go and check what we need for this installation. So just going to the guide, I'm seeing that we will do the installation of SxA through SIF. So what it says that we need to create here some course like that. We'll check that later. So with the SIF, let us see. Uh, okay, we will do our installation of SxA using SIF Sitecore installation framework. So for that we need all this JSON and the PowerShell script required. So let us see if we have downloaded or not. Mm, I think we have not downloaded. So let us go and download it. So we will go and check for the modules. There we have Sitecore Experience Accelerator. Let's go there. And then we need SIF JSON files. So download. Okay. Oh, this has been downloaded to this one. So let us move it to our folder here, installation folder. So here it is. Let us check the progress. So CM site is still being deployed. Okay. Let us prepare ourselves for this. So I'm creating a new folder, or I think let's extract this to somehow like this SxA SIF templates. Okay, um, I'm renaming it just to SxA. Okay, we are now here and we have configuration files. So here Sitecore has provided different PowerShell scripts for SxA single developer XM1, XP0 and XP1 topologies. So we will use this PowerShell script to install SxA on our XP1 topology, which is being deployed right now. So as our different Sitecore roles are installed already, so if you want to check this out, let us check for the services, what the services are installed. So if we check, uh, we have these three services are installed: marketing automation engine, Sitecore processing engine, and the Sitecore XMX search indexer. These three services are being installed uh, during this deployment process. They are all up and running, so it means that our configurations on the deployment went successful. If your license is expired, then this services will not come up and installation will stop. So make sure that you check the license expiration date before proceeding for the deployment of Sitecore. Okay. Uh, Content management rule is also deployed, and now it is populating with the solar schema. So if we see into the solar, if we go to the solar and if we refresh and check for the cores, you can see that different cores are created automatically. So the installer is responsible for creating these different role uh, cores in solar on the local. But for the production, I think that is a different process that we'll see um, later on. So after populating the schema, now it will, yeah, it is still populating the managed schema, and now managed schema are now populated. You can see that password is printed over here. So if you forget to set this value and if it is left blank, then you have to check all these log entries where you can find this type of in line where the auto generated password is provided, so you can use that password to log into CM site. Now the CD site is being deployed. So while CD site is being deployed, let us go and check for our CM site whether it is working or not. So let's go and see that HTTPS SxA on XP1.cm. Let us hit this one. So you get this one because that's a self-signed certificates. That's fine. I think if you access the same site on Microsoft Edge, it will not give you this SSL error. It will just directly load the website. So CD site is being deployed. Yet, yes, our CM site is up and running. Let us log into the CMS. So Sitecore slash login. And you see now we are being redirected to identity server. Okay, let us log in with this, and you can see that Sitecore 10.1 new UI. You can check with content editor. So our content editor is also working fine. Okay, let us check for the progress. Still deployment is going on. Okay, so in the last, I think, processing service is being deployed. You can see the license details over here. Sitecore 10.1. Okay, now our installation of XP1 topology is complete. Let us hit our CD side as well. First of all, let us check that uh, our CD site is deployed on HTTPS or simply HTTP. So we'll go to IIS and see that it is okay. It is also on the HTTPS port 443. So let us hit yes, that's SxA on XP1.cd. Here also, let us hit this. You see the certificate one. Okay, we can see that our CD site is also working. Now we will proceed on to install SxA. So let us close this script and clear this console as well. Now we will open the SxA installation script, PowerShell script. So that is a SxA single developer XP1 p.ps1. So we will open it. And as you can see here also it requires some parameters. So let us do that. So here we will need to change it SxA on XP1, which is similar to our this prefix that we have utilized for our XP1 topology. So make sure you set this accordingly. Uh, Admin password is B. They have provided by default, but if you have changed it something else, then you need to change it over here as well. Installation root. So our installation root is Sitecore. So let us change it and put it over here. Okay. And Solar URL. So Solar URL is having some different port than the install one. So I'm going to change it 8983. Let's confirm it first. It is yes 8983. So there it is, and slash solar. Let us get the solar installation directory. So solar and this one. So copy this path and change it over here. Again, you need to make sure that you set these values according to your system. Okay, we need solar service name. So let's go to services again and then get the solar service name. We copy it from over here. So we don't have any issue in that one. Okay. SQL Server again. My SQL Server is on a different VM, so I'm providing the IP address of that. So 10.211.55.9. SQL Administrator SA and the password 123. Prefix and all this will remain as it is. So okay, let us save this. SC install root. So it has all these SC WDP zip files. So let us make sure that we have those files into the same folder. So 1, 2, and 3. So we have all those files available. So we are good to go. I think license is not required because we already have a license in our installation. So in our installed topology. So license path is not required. Okay. Let us go ahead and execute it. So let us start. Oops, in a very first instance we are going to say result is a cannot validate argument or parameter path. Sitecore SxA before where it is this file. Okay, here it is. So this file is not found into the root directory. So let us check what is the root directory. That is the C Sitecore. And where is our SxA single developer XP1.json file is okay, it is over here in this one. Great. So here we can see that. So what we can do is that either we move all these SC WDP files to this folder, or we can get out all those JSON and PowerShell scripts to this folder. Let's do one thing. We move this one, copy these 3 files to this SxA folder, and then we will change the path of installation. So over here, let us put this one, I think, and maybe still we need, okay, JSON is there. So I think we need to get these JSON files out of this config folder to this directory. So let us try this. Okay, now we are good. Let us change our root path in our script. So it will be changed to this value now. C Sitecore SxA. I think I should increase some fonts. Okay, good. So this is there now. Okay, let us try. Let me save this first. Okay, let us execute. Oh, great. Now it has started installing the SxA. So it will first install the PowerShell package, and then it will install the CM and CD packages respectively to CM and CD side. Let us see how that goes. Okay, SxA installation is now populating the managed schema into Solar. Let us go to Solar and see. Oh, yes, we can see that. Here are the two new codes created like SxA Master Index and SxA Delivery Index. Now as you can see that the CD installation is going on. So SxA is being deployed on CD side. Okay, we get some error. So what is that? A pool SX serial has stuck in the stop state. Let us go to this and refresh this one. Okay, CD side is stop and application is stop. Let us start and see that how that is really helping us to see site works or not. Okay, I have just started this and I'm going to again refresh this page which is on CD, and in parallel let us check our CM site as well, which went very successful. So CM site goes, let's log in. Okay, CM seems to be good. Logging in. Okay, going to, okay, I can see that PowerShell is installed successfully. Let us try to see if we get the PowerShell ISE or not. Okay, let us check PowerShell is working well or not. So I'm executing this test script. So with the password. Okay, so PowerShell on Steam side is working well. Let us check for CD side. So CD side is still loading. Let us see and check for the logs. So I'm going to CD folder, app data, logs. Here you can see. So two logs files are created. Let us check it over here. This seems to be working, but here we have the circuit is now open and is not allowing calls. Okay, this is something about GUIP data, so I think we can address it later on. Okay, and what is in the previous log file? So here also we have the same exception. Okay, that's fine, I think. So let us go to CM side and we should create some SxA site and check that if that is working well or not. Okay, content editor is loaded. So let us check for the templates and all that. So we can see that experience accelerator templates are available under the foundation and feature folders. We can also check for the renderings. So yes, we have different renderings available both under the feature and foundation folders. Okay, let us create one tenant. So here it is. So let us create a tenant. This is just a simple uh, check after the installation of SxA. So nothing much to worry about naming convention or anything like that. Okay, let's give it demo tenant. Okay, tenant is created. Now let us create one site. So let's create a demo one site. Let us give it a demo one dot local. Modules, we don't bother about it. Okay, theme, we'll just select this basic 2 just to get it out, and the grid system is bootstrap 4. So okay, just simple site. Let us copy this one. We will need this. So demo one dot local and okay. So while this is getting created, let us create host entry. So opening the notepad as a administrator and opening the host file. So Sitecore, Windows, system 32, drivers, etc. Let us see all files again. Now here we can see we have to put this demo1.local. So okay, let us create a new entry on a new line. So 127.0.0.1 and now this one, save this file. Okay, so this is good. Let us close this one. Okay, still the website creation create is going on. Okay, now our demo site is created. We can see these different items available. Let us publish all these things. So first I'm going to publish templates. All the templates I'm going to publish. So we have everything available into our web database. So I think this exception is just due to the CD site is stuck into stop state. So I think there will not be any issue with installation. We'll check that. Our templates are published. Let us publish system node. Sorry. Okay, system node is also published. Let us publish media library. I think there is nothing to do at the moment, but oh yes, themes are there. So let us publish. All the themes are stored into the media library, so we need to publish it as well. Otherwise, CSS, JavaScript will not be available on the CV side. It's taking some time, but that's fine. Okay, media library is also published. Now let us publish the layout node where we have our renderings created by SxA. Okay, layout node is also published. Now let us publish our tenant node, including all the sub items. Okay, our tenant is also published. Let us see now our demo site is available from a series site or not. So I'm going to access it. Which one should I use? I think it's SxA. Let us try this. Oh, connection failed. Oh, sorry. We need to make a host binding over here. So let us do it on a series site. So I'm adding the binding, and okay, let us add it on a HTTP. So okay, the binding is added. Close this, and let us change it to HTTP demo1 dot local. Meanwhile, let us check our web database. So how that looks. We need to go to the desktop and then have to change to the web database. And then let us see here. Yes, we can see there are all these items are available into the web database as well. Okay. Let us get back to the master database. I think CD site is loading. Let us check some logs. Meanwhile, let's see that. Okay, this is the only exception I think we can look at later on. But yes, we can see that our demo one.local site is now available to from the CD site. So our SxA installation is successful. So this way, guys, you can see that we can do XP1 installation of Sitecore, and on top of that, we can do the SxA installation on the XP1 topology as well. Thanks for watching the video.